Well, hello. Welcome, everyone, to Urban Homestead Chat with Nat. It is August 26th, 2023. So can everyone hear me and see me? I know Verna's having some YouTube trouble there. But hopefully everyone can hear and see me there. 5x5. Thank you, Mr. Landfill. Awesome. Well, good to see everyone. Good to see you, Mr. Landfill there. Good to see you, Phil. Good to see you, Buster and Verna. We got CDB, it looks like. Steve's in here. Did I miss anyone? Quite a few people. Welcome, everyone, and anyone that watches in replay later. So you guys, first of all, you had me rolling reading the chat here. That pretty funny. I do have to say, although I didn't think anyone would catch it, I don't know why I underestimate the quail community here. Steve, SO Swanson, you win the golden quail sticker for tonight. I didn't know if anyone would catch that, but yeah, I purposely put myself on a roo. So I thought that was pretty funny. Hear and see me just fine. Awesome. Love the thumbnail. I thought it was funny. I got a kick out of it. And it has a little bit to do at the end of the stream. So being specific that he's on a roo there. So you win there, Steve. Well, I hope everyone's doing okay today. I know weather's been crazy everywhere. SO, you were saying there it was 100 and something in your car. Man, it has been hot here, but not like that. So New Mexico is actually kind of feeling a little bit of our monsoon now. And because of the weather systems on either side, on the West Coast and coming from the Gulf and the East Coast, we've kind of been in this little overcast lull. And so last night was neat. We had really cool thunder, lightning storms that were lighting up the sky and a lot of rain. And so this evening we're kind of having a storm as well. So a little bit of a cool off here has been nice. So I feel for you there, Steve, with that heat. Yeah, I know. I can see myself doing something like that, though. A good thing I thought about that ahead of time. Well, good. Let's see. So tonight's show will be, I say it a lot, but a little bit shorter than some of the others. I plan on 30 to 45 minutes. Just being I haven't slept in 2 days, really. And so I've had a cold or something go on, kind of a 24, 48-hour thing, and a couple days ago. And so I feel like I'm getting over that. I'm actually glad I'm getting it out of the way before next week. I'm glad it didn't hit during trip time. So we'll get that out of the way. I've been taking everything I can to, fortify my immune system and get that out of the way. But I am exhausted, and so I probably won't have it too long. Really haven't slept too much. And CDB saying, yeah, really loud thunder last night here in New Mexico. It was loud, and I was counting it, so it was really close. But it was neat. And New Mexico, I know people that aren't from here say we have really big skies, and I think what they mean is everything's built real low to the ground, and you can kind of really see the whole expanse of the sky. And so we get desert lightning storms that light up the whole sky and look really neat. Actually, I was watching some videos of some storms up in Michigan, I think, up there from the other night by Mr. 3B or something. I don't remember the name of the channel. Anywho, he was showing of some strobe lightning, which looked really, really cool. The newest strain of virus. Oh, okay. I'm not sure. Crazy. So you've seen some of that too. Hopefully, I'm not getting a new strain of a virus. But with part of tonight's stream, I have my living insurance or my preparedness part. And so I do want to talk a little bit about fortifying the immune system and whatnot. So people do get sick. It is natural. I get sick every year and get through it. But there are things we can do to fortify it. And so I'm not going to be on too long tonight, but there are two things I want to talk about and one little thing we're going to do. And so we'll run through that, but I'm actually a little more prepared this week as well, somewhat, with a little bit of a list. So bad flooding in Michigan. Oh no, I'm sorry about that. So Michigan's having bad flooding, and Steve down there is having a scorched earth, it sounds like. And Verna was saying it's cooling down a little bit there, I think, but real hot in her apartment. Yeah. So we got a lot going on. We've had a lot going on here. So my oldest son has started soccer, and so they have a lot of games and all packed into about a month and a half. So he's got a lot going on. He's also started driving school, and then he has band as well. So today we were at one of his soccer games, which is a ton of fun. We have a really nice complex out here, and so, oh man, yikes. So we've had that going on. We've had a lot of harvest. I know my wife was feeling a little down today, and I don't know if anyone else kind of feels this way, but some things we can't get to grow no matter how hard we try, really. And some stuff we've just had so much we can't harvest enough of it. So I know my wife gets down a little bit when some stuff seems like it's going to flower or feels like it's going to waste because we just can't harvest enough of it. And that's kind of a bummer, but we work very full-time schedules. And so I think that's kind of a good problem to have. So we've had some harvest going on, a lot with the herbs, been getting a little bit more going with our teas and some stuff in the store. So talk about that just a little bit as normal. And so I kind of talked about what I've had going on, this kind of cold thing I'm getting over, real bad cough too. And so with that, I always like to look up, natural remedies and stuff on how to get rid of that. So of course I've been taking my fermented garlic honey. I need to make more of that, but been doing a lot of that. I've been, hitting vitamin C and zinc and magnesium. I haven't, but I need to start again. Some little shots of the apple cider vinegar. Good things for you. Now, I don't want to say live in fear, and you can't live in a bubble. You know, people get sick, like I said. You can't live in a bubble and do all that, but you can do things to prepare your body and to fortify your body. Not just boost your immune system, but fortify it. So this time of year, I tend to get sick. School's starting again for the kids, so they're around a lot of people. I work in a job where I deal with the public right up front quite a bit. And so I have a really good immune system. I don't get sick very often, but every now and then. And this is one of those times of the year. And of course, with temperature change and everything going on, I thought it was probably a good idea, at least through the next few months, is I'm going to put myself on, and this will help with organization and routine as well. But I'm going to try and put myself on a little bit of a more of a regimented health regiment, I guess, or plan. And so with that, I'm coming up with several different natural remedies I've been looking at. And so I have my fermented garlic honey as one. I've done the natural energy drink from the old Alabama gardener who has passed on, but you can check out my video for that. And then a couple other things we made and I'm going to make. And so I'm going to be doing those regularly just to try and fortify my immune system and keep my body ready to fight anything throughout winter here. And so that is the plan. Yeah, and so that's good too. I actually want to collect a lot of seed with the teas. So I've said this a lot, but maybe someone doesn't know or you're watching later. But we want to do two type of tea brands. One, we can source more product and upscale. And so that's going to be sourced all gourmet teas and things that we can do. And then the Farmer Casey's ones are ones that are all grown here or, naturally or organically, but not certified. Here on the Homestead. And so with those, I actually want to try and sell as many of the seeds to those plants as well and offer that up as well. And then, of course, my wife does love her chaos garden, and some of the volunteer plants have been absolutely the strongest. So, yep, going to seed's great. one of your customers, oh, well, car started to float. She opened the door to get in and move it to higher ground, and the water rushed in. Wow, you aren't kidding. That is flooding. What I think of flooding here is nothing like that. A parked car. Holy cow. Yeah. So was it just flooding like out of a river, or is it from rainfall from the storms just building up? That's a lot. I've been really curious. So I guess I've kind of lived somewhat in a bubble here in my own little thing. I've been real concerned with what's going on in my own life most of my life, and until the last few years, really, and for all kinds of reasons. But now I'm really looking at, of course, different parts of the country where I'd like to move for land, but also just how different people live. So I was watching The Angry Prepper the other day, and he had a truck exploded under his apartment building. Completely foreign concepts altogether for me, but I liked watching that video because seeing him run down those stairs in New York, those huge buildings that actually have streets under them, I thought that was really cool. And while floods are not cool, I'm really sorry you're having all those problems. It just interests me as to what people deal with in the rest of the country. Hey, we got Psych in here. Hey, and Age, I'm assuming as well. Yes, awesome. Hey, Psych. Hey, Age. Good to see you guys. So Age does jewelry, and she's been doing a lot of that lately. And then Psych has a forge. I know I've talked about it a little bit, but he's started a knife. It's been a little bit. Time goes really fast for me. Sorry I haven't gotten back to you guys quick enough, but they got some cool stuff going on with them there. Rainfall just filled the road up. Wow. Water's powerful. It can move things, and people really underestimate it. Well, I guess I can go on a little side note story. When I was quite a bit younger, I was renting an apartment on the edge of a park that had an arroyo here, big concrete ditches meant to move water out of the streets and areas like that. So they all flood into these big arroyos that run down the middle of the highway and all carry the water away. Anyhow, one of them ran kind of down through the park behind the apartment, and we got a huge flash flood, and that rain came so fast it got up under one of the huge concrete panels, like 20 foot by 40 foot probably, got up under it, flipped it over, threw it into the bridge that was there, that the street that passes by, small bridge, but into that bridge, and messed it up, tore a tree out, and then because of all that, it started spinning, and it created a sinkhole, and a whirlpool probably 100 feet from my apartment door that was about 80 foot wide. Kind of crazy. Side story. But power of water. That's what Da Vinci was afraid of. Couldn't drain fast enough, yeah. Well, there's all kinds of craziness happening. Were you in that one? Okay, I know I've seen you in his streams there. I like Jason's streams. I think you're forgetting the freeway ditch was flooding a few weeks ago. Yeah, we had a big sinkhole on I-40 on our freeway here. Actually created a big hole from all the water. Yep. Oh, and then Verna's saying hi to Spice and Psych. Age is a silversmith. Yeah, that's awesome work. Actually, I really need to get talking to you guys. So we've had that going on. So I'm actually going to hop into the first little segment. And this is something I like to call living insurance. And I call it living insurance, not life insurance, because this is being prepared for life, whatever life has to throw at you. For me, it's going to be preparing for my winter regiment to keep me healthy, to fortify, not just boost my immune system, but it's also going to help prepare me for my QuailCon trip, hopefully. So there's lots of things I'm doing, I said, that's extremely important, staying hydrated, taking my different things. But one of those we're gonna make now, actually, that I'm gonna put on regiment. So fortifying the immune system. So let me play this little clip real quick here, and then we're gonna get to making some power paste. Okay, so I'm on a different camera and mic here. Can everyone hear me? All right, if I can just grab another 5x5 or something in that format there. And I'm going to give a second for it to catch up, see if I can get 5x5. I'm going to go start my tea kettle. Be back in about 20 seconds. 5x5. Okay, awesome. So if you guys were with me last week, we made magic water, which was to help fortify the quail, the birds, and all that. Well, this week I'm going to be making something I like to call power paste. And this is a product I'm going to be using regularly to help fortify, not just boost my immune system, but we're going to talk about it and a few of its ingredients here. So first of all, I'm going to put on my gloves. And so this has a lot of different ingredients that can be either fresh, or you could do dried ingredients if you wanted to keep like a powder on the shelf to use for later. That's probably kind of what I'll be doing. Now, a lot of these ingredients are the same things like in the fermented honey, or you'll find in a fire cider or something like that. But this one in particular, I like to call power paste. So it's a turmeric, ginger, honey, immune booster, immune fortifier. And so what we're going to do is first, I'm going to start with a small, clean, sterile jar. And I like to do this. You can do it right in the jar. I'm going to do it right in the jar. And then this can sit in the fridge, and they'll last me about 2 weeks in the fridge. And you don't need a lot of it. And there's a couple ways we'll use it in application afterwards. But first, let's go ahead and get to building it. These are things you should probably have in your kitchen, or a lot of people do. There's a few substitutes, but I'll talk about that a little bit. So the first thing we are going to want to add is kind of going to be one of the bigger ingredients in here, and that's going to be 1 tablespoon of fresh grated turmeric. Now, if you don't have fresh grated turmeric, you can use the powder. If you're grating it or using the powder, turmeric will dye your hands and everything else. So I like to use gloves or whatnot. Fresh is going to be best. I don't have fresh turmeric right now, so I'm going to use the powder. I'm also wanting to make a powder, make this in powder form so I can store it in Mylars for longer use. So second thing I have we're going to use is 1 tablespoon of fresh grated ginger. You can also use a powder if you want. Now, what I've actually done here, because I didn't have fresh ginger on hand right away, is I did have a lot of dried ginger chips from fresh organic ginger, you know. And so what I did was I just took those, I put them in a baggie here and mashed up those. And then I added some hot water to it just to let it rehydrate. And so then this is, you want 1 tablespoon. This is a little bit more than a tablespoon. The water has you know, rehydrated it up. So we're going to put about a tablespoon in there. Ginger is really good for you. All these are power ingredients. There we go. Next thing we're going to want is 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. Now, this is really important. Don't skip on this. A lot of people will skip on black powder in a lot of these recipes I found on different things. Just, it can be harsh. I take a morning supplement, I guess, or powder from Frugal Off Grid every morning pretty much, that has a black pepper in it. And man, you can taste it, but don't skip this. It's extremely important. Black pepper helps the body to be able to absorb the benefits of the turmeric and the other things. So this is really gonna help. So you want to make sure you do add that. And there's a 1/4 teaspoon. Next thing we're going to want to add is the zest of 1 lemon. And so I got fresh lemon zest here. Again, this could be a powder or dried or freeze dried if you have a freeze dryer. Here we go. So we got our lemon zest. We're going to want to put in 1 teaspoon of crushed garlic. This is some of our homegrown garlic here. There we go. And I'll put this recipe in the description afterwards when the live stream posts, if anyone wants it. There we go. We're going to put in a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. And if I love cayenne pepper, I love growing them. Got cayenne pepper plants from Papa Pepper actually, but cayenne pepper really good for your body. There we go. And last thing, well, just about what we want to do is a 1/4 cup of honey. You're going to want to raw and pasteurized, preferably local. You can use some creamier honeys or different honeys. This is just a raw and pasteurized honey. And so honey is an amazing, I mean, I could do a whole video on honey. There's so many health benefits to it. There we go. So we got this. We're going to take it and mix this up real good. And you can put this in the fridge. It's going to last you 10 to 14 days about. I'm going to be making it into a dry one as well that I can just add the honey later. But we want to mix it up real good, and it is powerful. So when we go to use this, it can be used several ways. Today, I'm going to be, oh, that's awesome, Verna. Today, I'm going to be using this in a tea. I think the best way to use this would be to use it in orange juice, actually. And so when you use it, you just want to use 1 teaspoon into the drink you're going to use. It is extremely powerful. So just 1 teaspoon. And my suggestion would be to put that in a glass of orange juice. That extra vitamin C is going to give you a good boost as well. I don't have any orange juice because we've drank it all. So you can also make this into a tea. So that's what I'm going to do here. And so we will take our teacup before we hop back in stream. And I'm going to take 1 teaspoon of this powerful power paste, and we'll put that in the cup. And I'm going to put a lid on our paste. I'm going to go grab my hot water from the kitchen, and I will be right back. Put this in the fridge. If you can't drink orange juice, use a tea then, Verna. All right, we're going to find out what this tastes like. So I'm going to do a tea here too. If you can't do orange juice, you could do a tea. You can also take it as a shot, or I've seen some other applications. You could probably put it in like a pineapple juice maybe, or cranberry juice. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to experiment with it. So I'm going to be taking as a regimen, I think I'm going to be doing my apple cider vinegar 3 times a week, a shot of that. Every single day I'm eating a fermented garlic honey clove or 2. And then I'm going to be taking my normal frugal off-grid kind of blood pressure powder there. It's a beetroot, black pepper, and turmeric, I believe, too. I take that in the morning. And then this I'm going to do 2 or 3 times a week as well. So you don't want to use boiling water, just hot water. Yepper's tea with a slice of orange, okay. And so I'm going to take this. We'll hop back on the other camera and be right back. But that's power paste. All right, there we go. Hope you guys enjoyed me making power paste. So if you've been with the channel a little bit, I kind of like to cook, and I like to make different things, DIYs and stuff. So this is to fortifying, and it's a little hot, but to fortifying the immune system, not just boosting it, but preparing the body. So we want to prepare ourselves. Of course, I keep some things around to be prepared. The flashlight right there, that's prepared. And then we want to prepare ourselves as well. Our mind, our spirit's most important, our body. Good stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and try this out. Let's see. First of all, it doesn't smell too pleasant. And I got to be honest, that powder I take in the morning, I do in like a shot and just kind of take quick. But this was a recipe I stumbled across. And it wasn't exactly the same. I did tweak it just a little bit. One moment here. There we go. And so I'll try this out, and we'll chat for a few minutes. And then what I want to do kind of for the end of the stream, since it's not going to be too long of a one, is we're going to go over and we'll we'll talk about QuailCon, of course, for a minute, and then I'm going to go over to the quails. They're about 2 weeks old now, and so they're not quite feather sexable, I don't think, but close. And so what I'm going to do is divide them up. And for those that want to hop off can hop off, and those want to stay and guess with me can stay. And I'm going to guess whether it's male or female if I can, separate them out and jot that number down and see how close I get. But first, let's go ahead and try this Power Paste. So it'll sit in the fridge for 2 weeks while I finish it off. And then I'm going to make it in a powder form if I like it, if it does well, that I can store for longer. So let's see. Oh, it's actually not bad. You could taste the black pepper and cayenne. I mean, it's about what you would think. The color's from the turmeric, so it's strong. I do think it would be best in a juice or something like that. And it has garlic and ginger, so you know you're gonna have those strong tastes. But it's actually not bad. That lemon zest kind of gives it the nice urge. So if you've ever had like Theraflu, maybe something like that, kind of maybe tastes kind of like that, I guess. Anyways, pretty good. So thank you, everyone. And we got 10 people in here. Wow. Thank you guys for watching me make Power Paste. So a couple big things coming up with the schedule of the show. We didn't have our normal Sunday garden tea with Matt and Farmer Casey last week, and we're not going to have it tomorrow. So I actually have to work all day tomorrow. I got to get up really early and work all the way until night, open and close. So we won't have our stream tomorrow. And then the following week, I'll be at QuailCon. And so we won't have our Sunday stream then. Now, next week is QuailCon. I'm planning, depending on how things go, I would like to do a live stream from the hotel room. Now, of course, most of the people, here in my live streams will probably be tired or at QuailCon or doing those things. So I don't expect you guys to hop in. I'm going to do it more so as like a video, as like a vlog, I guess, or a video thing just from the hotel room real quick. But for anyone that's not at QuailCon or anything like that, then you can maybe watch. So that's the plan. I think I could drink this whole thing down. So I'm really excited for QuailCon. I'm packed and unpacked. I keep packing it and repacking and taking things out. Really getting ready for it. And so actually, I'm gonna. Verna this morning was showing. If you guys watch her stream, she was showing and talking about what's going to happen and where and when. And there's just so much jam packed into there on that farm. I'm just so excited. And I guess it sounds like Steve and Aaron maybe are going to be the ones that are going to be running the grill for us. So I want to show a lot of videos. There's probably going to be a lot of short random lives and stuff of me getting on the plane. I got to fly to, I think, Dallas and then somewhere else and then Cincinnati and then get in the car and driving and the whole trip. For anyone that's curious or wants to see, I'll be showing that there. Let's see. So that's kind of our schedule and what's going on here. I think everyone in here pretty much. I don't know about Phil, but I think, I guess about half the group in here is going to be there. And Steve, I guess, has a map of the states too, which I thought was really cool. And I believe we're up to 34 of the states are represented at QuailCon. Also, Canada and Mexico and the UK. So it's a really big, crazy event. That I'm really excited about. Let's see, there was something else I'm trying to remember that I wanted to say. Oh, I don't know. I guess a couple other things. So I've been working on the teas as I can and some of our business here going on. I guess a few things I've changed a little bit or added. We've put a few things together. So we're just going to take a peek over at the website. I'll show that real quick and give that quick minute there. And then I'm going to hop down to these quail and we'll divide them out. Oh, Verna's saying 11 watching, only 10 likes. So whoever has not hit that thumbs up, I encourage you to hit thumbs up. If you're watching in replay, hit thumbs up and leave a comment. It helps out a lot. Channel's been growing pretty big, and I actually feel kind of bad because I take some footage, but I just haven't gotten as much out. Life's just really busy. My goal's always constantly to get more out there for everyone. But, excuse me, I really do appreciate all the viewers. And we still are going to do a giveaway with teas coming out. Little, as always, kind of, I guess, little financial setbacks and time setbacks and things. But let's go ahead and hop over to the website here real quick because I got some neat things. So again, we got a business phone, we got a business email and P.O. box and website now. Been selling a whole lot of eggs and local stuff. So you can see the site here, I believe. Yep, there we go. Couple things we've added here to the site. So we do have our local side. I know we got a couple people in chat right now that are local, but this is also for those that have been buying from me locally. I can put products in here. So the first thing we just have is chicken eggs right now. We're going to be adding the quail eggs. I have to take some pictures, and then other local products, but you can pick up some of that. And so that shows what's available if you're curious, and I can deliver or set that up. We got our free category, and so this is the plans for my incubator for anyone that is curious. Quail supplies. This I'm going to be moving over from Etsy to over here slowly. So only got one thing in here right now, and that's quail scissors, but there's also going to be feeders and some feeders I've made and some other things in there. Moving on over, we got teas, grafted teas. Still working on here, just haven't gotten those up in here. However, with Farmer Casey's Gourmet Garden Teas and Herbs, it says sold out. I got to fix that. But we have one thing in here so far, and that is purple yarrow. So this Farmer Casey's Garden Teas and Herbs are all going to be small batch. They're all, 100% naturally, organically, without certified, grown here on our urban homestead. And so the first one we have is dried yarrow, flowers and leaves for anyone that's wanting that. So with this, we want to offer some herbs to people that want to use them different ways. I want to offer it in tea. So we have a yarrow tea coming out as well, and some different forms. It's kind of like that. And so there we go. You can pick up some small batch there, and I'll have to fix quantity and description a little bit after show. Couple seeds available, and as soon as yarrow seeds come, they'll be going on here as well. We got our buzz buttons and our snake gourds, and then of course contact form. Anyone needs to get a hold of us? So a couple things in catalog. Oh, we actually have sorry, let me go back over here. We got some tea accessories, adding a few of those. So you can pick up these little round dishes that I use kind of in all our videos. I absolutely love them. So that's why I put them in here. They're bamboo, they're compostable and biodegradable. They can be washed, hand washed and reused many times. And so I think they're great. So I'm offering 2 of those for $1. You can add on to tea orders when that comes. This is kind of just soft launch stuff, I guess. Of course, our tongs that we use, stainless steel, real strong. There we go. So a couple little things. Go over here to home. Like I like to always show you can follow us Instagram. My wife posts more than I do. YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook, which I don't have on here, but that's been growing as well. So find us, Grafted Branch Homestead, on Facebook. There we go. Cool. Oh, look, we got someone new, Orlando. Hey, from New York, first time watching. Hey, Orlando. Well, welcome. Good to see you here. So we're not. You came on for near the end. If you want to watch the power paste make, you'll have to watch and replay. But good to see you. Thanks for joining. All right, awesome. So we talked schedule. We made power paste. Kind of what's going on. Most of what anyone following the channel is going to see from me this next week is going to be airplane flights and car rentals and hotel and QuailCon and fun stuff. But I got one thing left for this evening before I hop off. Again, I haven't slept in like 2 days, so I am beyond tired. But one fun thing to do, if you guys do want to hop off, because I know it's late for many, thanks for joining. If not, feel free to join me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a camera down here, hop down to my brooder box, and I have 31 baby quail that are now about 2 weeks old and have grown quite a bit. So they're right on the verge, I think, of being feather sexable. They haven't gotten all their feathers on their chest yet, but I think you can kind of tell a little bit. So I have 2 bins, and I'm going to set them aside, and I'm going to go through each bird and show it, and then I'm going to decide whether I think it's male or female. You guys can decide as well what you think and drop that in chat, and I'll separate them out. And just for fun, I'm going to jot down that number of what my guess is, and I'll go back and chat later and get what your guys' guess is. And see, so today, Steve over at S.O. Swanson, he won the Golden Quail Sticker Award for identifying right off the bat that thumbnail I had put my picture on a rook. So I was wanting to see if anyone would catch that. I actually put a lot of things into thumbnails and videos, I guess little hidden things I like, to, Easter eggs maybe. I don't know. I like to see if people ever catch. But and so whoever gets that right or closest will get that fictitious sticker. So thank you everyone for joining. I'm going to flip the camera, so don't leave if you don't want to. Oh, okay. So you like doing it. So you're doing the same thing. Cool. All right. Well, let me put this camera on. Give me just a moment. And you're watching from New York, huh, Orlando? That is awesome. Man, that is a ways away. All right, let me put this on, and I'm going to flip this microphone around if I can, because it's a little bit better. See, I think I have to have both. I think I need to leave this on here, so let's see. Other way around. Bear with me. We'll just have to leave both. I'm going to have to leave this one on for the volume, I think, but we'll switch over. Okay. Hopefully everyone can see me. Your honey's turning into sugar. All right. So I got 2 bins here. That way I can separate out what I think is male and female. And there's 31, so this may take a minute. So if anyone does want to hop off, I understand. I ran out of paper towels. Normally I put down in there so it's easy to clean, but I'll just wash them out. All right, make sure we can see everything. Yeah? All right, let's get to it. So I've got these little different covers and dividers that I use for my homemade brooder here. It works really well. I'm really pleased with this brooder. There's a few things I would change on it, but that's always. So I kind of covered these up a little bit, that way they don't hop out. Let's see what we think. Maybe I'll put this here, get a little more better airflow. All right, little guys, so they are growing. They're about 2 weeks old, and they are getting big. So you can see how they're kind of getting feathers in. Woo. All right, first let me see. Look at chat real quick. Okay. Oh, I hope it's not echoing. Sounds a little bit like it to me, but all right. So let's look at this one. And this one, I can see some red here. I'm guessing this one's a root. So let's use this as a root tub. There we go. 1 root. Now let's. Oh, I need a little one. Let's look at this one. So this one, I'm gonna guess that's a hen probably. There we go. Look at this little guy. I don't see a lot of red. There's a little bit of rust on here. So this one I could be wrong, but I'm going to say hen. Let me switch this real quick. You didn't get rid of that echo. Hen. Okay, Verna says hen. Yeah, guys, feel free to drop your guesses in chat. I'm actually going to review all the chat and try and put together who guessed what and all that. This one's a little bit lighter. This one my son calls maple. So these are all jumbo wilds. Now I can see some red here. I'm going to say hen, but this one I'm not so sure about. Here we go. Here we go, little guy. Be careful, they're very small. All right. Trying to show the chest, though. That one, I think, is pretty sure that one's a hen, too. Hoping to get a lot of hens. Ooh, stay in there, don't hurt yourself. Now, if you're not familiar with quail, they're kind of glorified jumpers, like that. They'll try and jump out. They will hurt themselves, so you want to keep things low so they can't hit their head too hard. There we go. Now, this one, I'm pretty sure that one's a roo. And it is feisty one. So that's got some red. That's pretty sure that's a roo. We got 2 roos in here so far that I think that I've guessed, and 4 hens. All right, let's see here. All right, little guy, hang on. This one doesn't have a lot of those chest feathers, but I'm gonna guess hen. That one's a little bit smaller. So yeah, poop all over. Now this one here, I could go either way. I do see some rust. I don't know well the colors are coming through on camera. I'm gonna throw that one in the roo. And there we go. This one looks like it has some rust here, but it's got a lot of spots. We're gonna say hen. Okay. Kind of the same one on this. It does look like more rust is coming through, but it's got a lot of spots. I'm gonna say hen as well. And I could be wrong. I can't see chat right now, so feel free to drop your guys' guesses. Some of you are way better than me, like Berna there, at guessing, identifying. All right. Oh, careful, little guy. We gotta show you off. There we go. Now that one I'm pretty sure is a hen. That one's a little bit smaller. We're gonna say hen. It is hot in this room, so I want to make sure they get ventilation. I don't want to close it up too much. There we go. Oh, careful. This one I think is a hen. I'm pretty sure. I don't see any red on that one. Oh, let me show for everyone else. Oh. Oh, yes. Good pose. There you go. Look how big they get. In about 2 weeks, they go from the size of a quarter. About like that. Okay. Now this one here, let's see. Might be hard to see. I do see a lot of rust coming in, maybe. See, they're missing a lot of feathers in here still, so that's why I thought guessing would be fun. I'm going to guess maybe roo on this one. I could be wrong, but let's guess. All right, here we go. I'm going to say hen. Now, they're still fitting in this brooder box here, but at about 3.5 weeks, they're going to be kind of too big for this. So that's right after QuailCon. These guys are going outside. I know Steve and Verna said they did butchering today, I believe. So I'm going to get rust right here a little bit. We'll say hen, though. I got to do my butchering still this week. Dispatching. All right, let's look at you. So some of them, too, the feistier ones. Okay, calm down. We got to take a look at you. Calm down, you. Chirp, 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 chirp. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right. I think hen. We're getting there. We're about halfway through. And then so far, it looks like, from what I've guessed, 4 roos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 hens. I hope that ratio is right. I do want more hens for sure. I sell those eggs. All right, we're gonna take a look at you. I know it's not fun. It's not fun. And it is hot in here. I'm gonna say hen. Oh, whoa, whoa. Stay down in there. I don't need little quail running around the room. Thought I saw one out of the corner of my eye running around over there. If you guys see it hop out, let me know. Now this one has quite a bit of rust. I think that's a roux. If you see one hop out, holler. I can't see chat, but I'll check in a minute. Oops. Now, I have the Govee here. I haven't been running the heat lamps on this. I've stopped that, and I leave the window open at night. Tonight, I'm going to start with the Govee out in the quail shack. The Govees are neat, so I can take the battery out to reset it, and my phone will track all of that, keeps the history and everything via Bluetooth, so I can check what it drops down to at night and in the day. I really want to get these guys out there as soon as possible. So I'm going to start charting the temperatures right now outside in the quail shack that I built. And that way we can get these guys out there. My goal eventually is to have the brooder and whole operation out there. But I'm going to say hen. And I hope I'm right. Because these are a lot of hens. That's what I need. Whoop, 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 whoop. Think 10? 11 left. So there's 20 in here in these boxes. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 I think are roux. So that leaves 15, I think maybe hens. This one I think is a hen. I don't see any rust. And the calmer ones, they kind of sit back. That's not always true, but let's see. And the spicy mamba, I don't think it's the calmer one in life. Just kidding, babe. All right, let's see. So this one does have quite a bit of rust right there. So I'm going to guess roux. All right, little guy. Hit my mic. I see no rust here. Maybe a little bit. I'm going to guess hen. Okay, let's see. Here we go. So there is quite a bit of rust coming in here. So I'm going to guess roux. And they're all going to go back in once I get my numbers together. I'm not separating them out yet. Just kind of doing this for fun. They'll go in the grow-out pen and be separated out later. All right. Oh, don't. They're very small. I don't want them to hurt themselves. Did you say, Berna, I think you said Lucy, one escaped and Lucy brought it back to you? All right, so it looks like it's getting some. I think this one could probably go either way. Maybe, but there's a lot of predominant spots up here. I'm going to say hen. So this time I did decide to go with all feather sexable. Just as I'm trying to do it a little bit more as a business and less about the variety right now. I'm going to keep some variety for myself, but I picked these for business side. And feather sexable just makes it that much easier. This one doesn't have a lot of feathers on its chest. Okay, calm down. Calm down. I know. Oh, hi. Is that right? You're going to co-host with me? Oh, all right. There you go. It's hot in that little box. Ooh, their bodies. So quail, their body temperature runs a lot hotter than chickens and things like that. So these boxes will heat up. You want to be really careful because they can get too hot easily when it's like that. And they don't have water in here right now. So we're almost done. Pin. And they're almost fully feathered like you see. So I've taken away heat lamp now. I'm going to guess hen. I'm probably wrong on some of these, but I'll check chat and hopefully some of you guys guessing got better guess than I got. Whoa. All right. I'm going to guess hen. I'm probably Not right. There seems like way too many hens, right? Whoa, calm down. I see no red on this one for dominant spots. It's a hen and one left. Last one. Okay, calm down. Calm down. Take a little look. I'm being very gentle. Does have some red, but a lot of spots. I'm gonna say hen. All right, cool. So we got them all. I have 31. My guess: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guessed 7 roos, and so that would leave 24 hens. So if that's true, that's a fantastic ratio. But we'll see how that comes out. So everyone, I hope you guessed, or you can drop your final guesses if you haven't been guessing as to how many roos versus how many hens you think I have. And then after QuailCon, we'll check them again on a live stream, or I'll give a final count maybe and see who wins that fictitious golden quail sticker there. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put all these back for now. Well, in just a moment, I'm going to play like and subscribe video, say goodbye to everyone, and then these guys are going to go back. So let me cover them real quick with these little wire mesh things, just that way they can get air and don't escape. And then I'm going to hop back over and chat real quick. All right, now we're back. And it looks like we're at almost an hour. So despite me even trying to hit half an hour because of my exhaustion, we always hit about an hour. So I really need to stop saying that. But let me look in chat. So Verna, awesome. You were guessing all along. I'm going to go back and add that up. Buster's saying Verna's doing very good. Let's see. Okay. And then Steve, you got 13 roos. 21 could not tell. Okay, so you thought 13 roos. Yeah, that's probably more right. Capital letter. We agreed. Little letter. I sex different than you. Oh, you do? Okay. Yep. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. You only saw 7 roos, Verna, saying, well, this will be kind of fun then. I'm interested to see. So I'm going to go back through chat later, and I'm going to put with names who says what, so you guys can all, I will be rereading that later. And then I'll have my guess and your guys' individual guesses, and we'll attack that a little bit later. But, hey, thanks, everyone, for showing up. I really appreciate you guys. You're awesome. I'll run through the people I know that are here. So thank you, Psych. Thank you, Age, CDB. Appreciate you, Buster, Verna, S.O. Swanson, Mr. Landfill, Orlando. Thanks for showing up. Let's see, who did I miss? Anyone? Spicy, my wife there. I think I got everyone. Okay, I think I got everyone in here tonight. Well, thank you guys for showing up. Appreciate you very much. And for anyone watching a replay, appreciate you as well. Next week, hopefully, we'll be getting a lot of videos, cool clips and things from planes and stuff like that. And then QuailCon. So you guys have a good week and a good night tonight. Go make yourself some power paste, fortify your immune system, prepare your body, mind, spirit, and your life. And so go at this week with purpose. Play a little like and subscribe. Till then, y'all have a blessed night.
Remember to hit the thumbs up and subscribe.
Gooey.
Party pooper.